Wednesday wife. I'll probably be here for the rest of my life. I'm living on the island. When summer comes and winter falls, the island ladies go to shopping malls. Take daddy's credit card, charge it all. They're living on an island. Oh, we're living on Long Island. Oh, you know it's so much fun. I'm living on the island. I'm just basking in the sun.
Hey, Anthony, give me a vodka. Is that your Camaro? It's gorgeous.
You know, I went to high school with Billy Joel.
I go to Hamptons on Friday night. I party hard till sunshine bright. Then I'm sitting in traffic on Sunday night. I'm living on an island. Yeah, living on Long Island. Ah, you know it's so much fun. I'm living on the island. I'm not hurting anyone. Ah, let's live.
Hey there, Islanders. If you're going out to the beach, you better get an early start. Traffic is miserable.
Well, I'm coming of age, you know, that page, trying to get down in Levittown, dancing in the dark in Florida.
Hey, Happy New Year, everybody. How you doing? No, Nancy didn't get a wonderful facelift and everything. This is the beautiful Mandy Jones.
Hey everyone.
Is filling in for my beautiful wife Nancy.
Yes,
who
yes.
is going through she has some back trouble.
Yeah,
Seriously.
she said she had some physical therapy tonight.
She had a physical therapy and they're doing remember in the movie The Wizard of Oz where when they're
all
in
go
Oz
through?
and they're yeah, she's
I
getting
always
that.
loved the way the lion looked after that.
Yeah.
And he has the braids.
Yeah, no, they all look good, right? The
big wheel going over the
big
tin.
wheel going over the Tin Man.
Yeah, that and the scene from Toy Story 2 when he's cleaning up Woody. You ever see that?
Yeah,
when
yeah.
the doll,
Yeah.
cleaning up the doll.
Oh yeah,
I always
and you
love
like
that scene too. So, so Nancy will be doing that.
Yes, that's what Nancy's doing, and then we're gonna send it to that guy that's gonna paint her shoes,
paint her bottom of her shoe.
the bottom of her shoes and everything. But Nan, hope you're watching. I hope you feel better.
Nancy, we love you.
Thank you so much. Happy New Year.
Yeah, Happy New Year.
Yeah.
This was awesome. This was a little last minute surprise, so it works out.
Yeah, no, that's great. That's great because Nancy was going to come last night, and I told her last night, I said, you know what, you're going through all this right now. She went yesterday, and then I said, you're going tomorrow, which was today.
Yeah.
I said, take some time.
Yeah, you got to let the medicine or whatever work.
Right. But I mean, she's so great. She's a big celebrity now on the Gagootz show.
We know.
Yes.
I'm surprised you're still doing it without her.
That was the last show we did just before the holidays. She did without me.
Okay.
Her and Keith Fitz and Keith's wife.
Okay, beautiful. Nice.
Yeah, and they did showed all the stuff that.
Oh, like a QVC type of...
Yeah, something
Love
like
that.
that.
I missed that one. That's awesome.
And now, so the holidays are kind of over. We have Valentine's Day is coming.
Right, which is arguably the best. And
Of
you know
course.
why?
Why?
Well, that's my birthday eve.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so I always, as a kid, whenever I was growing up, whenever CVS or the supermarket has all pink hearts out, it's like, oh, my birthday's coming up. It's like
That's cool.
This is how we decorate for my birthday.
And my niece Melissa, her birthday is on.
Oh, okay, on Valentine's Day.
On Valentine's Day.
Yeah, so I kind of always like that kind of time of the year.
Oh,
'Cause
yeah.
They always just celebrate me.
Yeah, I mean, my birthday usually falls on Yom Kippur or
Well, it
a
doesn't
Jewish
always fall on the
holiday.
same day of the year. What's your birthday?
September 25th.
Oh, I was going to say September for Yom Kippur, because that's when the kids start
September
school.
25th is Yom Kippur. And I'm trying to tell people I'm not Jewish as it is, you know.
Why do they think you're Jewish?
They think I look. You don't think I look Jewish?
I don't know.
You know, good for you.
Rizzuti, that's clearly
Yeah, but they
Italian,
don't-
right?
One time, years ago, my friend's girlfriend said, Benny, I didn't send you a Christmas card because I know you don't celebrate.
Because I know you're a Jew.
And I'm like, what? And she's like, aren't you Jewish? I'm like, well, the name Rizzuti.
Oh, all right.
All right. But anyway, enough about me. So now what I was getting at is there's that one holiday, but now that Christmas is over and New Year's and, Hanukkah and everything, now comedy is coming back. Because
Yes.
for a while, there was no people like, why bother doing a show? Nobody's gonna.
Well, yeah. The summertime's hard because we live on Long Island and people compete. You're competing with the beach and restaurants on the water. People don't want to be inside at a comedy show. But the winter, when it's cold, that's ideal. It's like
So now,
best.
and now you have a lot of stuff going on.
Yeah. I actually, so I've been doing podcasting since, May of 2018, something like that. For a really long time, I've been into podcasting, but I just started a new podcast. This will be the third episode coming up on January 22nd. I film it live. It's called The Surface Chat.
Right, I
Hashtag
believe
The
we have
Surface
that.
Chat.
We have a picture of that.
Okay. We
Yes.
can pull that up.
Yeah, we'll pull
It's
that
going to
up.
have my friend Emily Santosa. She's going to be my third guest. And the whole idea is for the chat to be just fun and nothing deep. And people just be able to jump in. And I want to know how long it takes you to go through a box of Staples. And, how long was the last time you bought a belt? And, like, that kind of stuff, like the important stuff in life. And I want it to be all fun questions that you could, when you think of, you could always repeat back home or, when you get a silent moment with a colleague or something. Just something real light and fun. So that'll be January 22nd. You can find it on my page, Mandy Jones the Comedian. That's me everywhere. Hashtag The Surface Chat on YouTube, and it'll come right up.
And that's The Surface Chat. Now.
Yep, that's me.
What was the one you had before this?
I was calling it the Calamity Jones Hour, and I was trying to do fun questions, but it ended up being more conversation style, as these things usually do. And I just wanted to change the name and change the concept a little bit.
Very cool.
Yeah, so it's got a different page. It's got its own little thing. So.
And like, since you've been doing podcasts a long time, and I call this a variety show, but it's like a podcast variety show. They evolve, though.
Right,
They start to
right.
find their own way, and the more you do it, it evolves and it changes. I tried. Now we've been doing the Gagootz show because I started it 10 years ago.
Okay.
In a different studio. Then I got it out of it, and I did Benny TV for a while and a couple other things. And then we came back, and I tried. The original Gagootz show was for comedians, all about comedians. This show, I tried to get it more like different people, writers, and which I do, but it's still, comedians are, they want to do your shows. Comedians are easy to get. What? Go ahead. Say
No, they leech on.
Just like we have two great guests tonight.
Yes,
We
which
have
I'm looking forward to.
Yes, Arnie Price and Antonio Clark. And didn't you do a show with Antonio Clark?
I'm gonna have to ask him when he was on. I'm pretty sure he ended up not being able to come. I'm pretty sure there's a flyer that he actually didn't perform on, if I'm not mistaken, and he'll correct me if I'm wrong.
Oh, okay.
I could be completely wrong though.
No, that happens sometimes.
In my short period of doing this, I've actually ran a lot of shows. I'm actually doing, you were down at Hopscotch in Deer Park,
Yes,
and
right.
they closed the doors. We were doing first Wednesday of the month open mic.
Right.
And it wasn't just comedy, it's musicians and poets as well.
And I came down and I read poetry.
Yes.
Yeah.
And those poets, like, I swear, they, like, upped my game with, like, my writing. I feel like I'm, like, thinking different because, being around these other people, like, not just comics. But anyways, we are going to pick that up again, February 5th, Edgewood Bar and
we
Grill
have that flyer as well.
in Deer Park. So anybody who wants to come down.
There you go, Edgewood Bar and Grill.
Yeah, they have great food too. They're doing $14 burgers that night. Comedians, poets, and musicians. Anyone's welcome. And also friends and family come down just for a free comedy show, basically.
Wow.
/ free, live.
Now I'll be there.
Yeah.
Now,
Oh yeah. Awesome.
yes, yeah. I want to, and Nancy will come too if she's feeling good.
Nice.
Now I want to know one thing. If somebody's reading, so say I'm going to read, I'm not going to do comedy. I want to read. So I have a time limit.
Well, that's the thing. In the beginning, I say 5-minute you know, this is a 5-minute spot, but, you know, if you're doing a song or a poem, just, you know, don't do a 10-minute poem or something. Start writing 5-minute or 7-minute freaking pieces, guys, and coming. It's kind of just the honor system with that, you know.
Okay,
We just don't do, like, a 10-minute ballad.
Yeah, all right.
If you got a 6-minute ballad, we're not going to, like, throw you off stage. We
Right.
try to keep it at 5 minutes because we actually have a pretty good turnout. So
Yeah.
it ends up being, you know, we don't want to be there for 5 hours. You
Right.
know?
Yeah, no. And,
People will never come back if it's a 5-hour event.
and this is something a lot of people, like, if you run an open mic or you run a comedy show, a lot of the comedians, okay, they get up there, and even if they're killing, they keep going to the point where less is more.
Right.
They don't get it. Less
Right.
is more.
Yeah. I always leave time on the table, and I'm like, whatever, I'd rather leave on a laugh.
My best, if I'm doing like a showcase or something, my best stuff is like 12 to 14 minutes.
Yeah. People's attention span, it's like, yeah, it's...
And-
Anytime there's even a movie like after 2 hours long, me and my husband, when we're scrolling, we're like, yeah, no. Like, it better be a really good movie for it to be like 2
Right.
hours or 20 minutes. Like, better have some awards that it won or something. But yeah, people, their attention span. It's,
Right.
It's like you can only do so much.
Yeah.
And memorizing that much too. That's my problem.
I know. Yeah, I have that problem too. But I do like, I just spritz a lot.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, you
That's
like riff?
Yeah, I riff with comedy, not with no, one of those poets.
What do you mean spritz?
You know, like riff, like improv.
Okay, yeah, okay, that's
Like,
what I thought you meant. Okay,
yeah, that's what I meant.
Okay.
No, it wasn't nothing. Get your mind out of the gutter there. Spritzing. Oh.
No, I didn't know what I thought you meant riffing, and then I thought
Yeah,
about it.
yeah,
Like, I
it's-
actually never heard it called.
Well,
that.
I'm an old man, so I say things that people don't say
Okay.
anymore.
Old slang.
Old slang, yeah. That's me. It's like, what is Nancy calling me now? Belligerent, Benny Belligerent.
Oh my god.
And I forgot I have hearing aids now.
Oh, and you didn't
And
wear them?
I forgot them. Because I was trying to get the hell out of the house and make it here on time.
Couldn't hear you,
But-
Nancy yelling to put them on.
Yeah, she usually, and I forgot them. So that's a story we'll tell later because let's bring up our first guest.
Let's do it.
After we have this public service announcement from Bob Hope, the late great Bob Hope, and then we'll bring up our first guest, Arnie Price.
I'm proud to live in this great free country, and I'm proud of our commitment to free speech, and I'm proud of our country's commitment to protecting the rights of its citizens to work and live free from bigotry and violence. That's why I was amazed to discover that many people die each year in anti-gay attacks, and thousands more are left scarred emotionally and physically. Bigotry has no place in this great nation, and violence has no place in this world, but it happens. Prejudice hurts, kills. Please don't be a part of it.
I could tell that story real quick. Arnie Price, yeah.
Thank you very much for having me.
Oh, thank you for coming. Anyway, I'm going to real quick, the Bob Hope that I show. Bob Hope said a joke that was off color. He didn't realize it, and he didn't realize he was slandering the LGBT community. So instead of apologizing, he said, because when he found out about, that this is a thing and bashing, he said he took his own money, got a camera crew, and made a public service announcement to say that he was appalled to learn of stuff like this,
Oh, okay.
of
That's nice.
bashing, gays and stuff. And he was appalled because this is a great country, and you shouldn't do that. Don't be part of hatred. So it's really, to me, it still stands the test of time.
Yeah, that's beautiful. I never heard that story before.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've never heard that either. It's good.
I'm an old man.
He's older than me.
I'm older than you?
How old are you?
69.
71.
Oh,
Are you?
Yeah.
I didn't know you're that old.
I know. You look great, though.
That's because my wife keeps me. She wants to keep me for a while.
Yeah.
She keeps me going.
My wife wants to keep me until I get a good life insurance policy.
Yeah. I'm going to outlive the life insurance policy. I told her,
okay.
you go first because this way I could sell all your shit. She wanted to do that to me now. I said, you know, all the baseball stuff that I have. I said, what are you going to do with this stuff when I go? She says, probably throw it in the garbage.
No. What kind of stuff you got?
I worked baseball for 17 years, so I have like a little of everything.
Because my father-in-law, he like collects everything, but it's all Mets. Are you all different teams?
I'm all different teams.
Okay. Who's
I
your
have
team?
him.
Show her.
Oh, okay.
That's-
So
Yeah, take
New
a look
York
at this.
Yankees
That's a
ring.
1996 Yankees World Series ring.
Oh,
The
okay.
Real one. That's a real one, not
That's
a
the real
replica.
thing.
With your actual name on it. How'd you get that?
They gave it to me. I was considered part of the
Oh, I've seen this. I love
Okay,
it.
very cool.
Okay, and
But
You
the
were
Mets-
considered part of the team. What were you doing for the team at that
I
time?
was the liaison for Major League with Chevrolet. What we did, we had an account that we gave cars in like a barter system
Okay.
to all the teams throughout the country.
Okay.
So like all this advertising you saw on TV, on all the signage you see for Chevrolet, there's no money changing hands. What it worked out to be, it was $50,000 per car in advertising. So we gave 6 cars to all the teams throughout the country. Major League themselves got like 20 something because there's all these executives. Hall of Fame got. So what I had to do is first we had to set it up throughout dealers throughout the country because I can't handle everybody. And then we worked it out that every certain amount of miles they would turn it in and get another one.
And it's for their personal car, or for them when they're like traveling to games?
Personal
and stuff?
car.
Okay.
Personal car. And I had, at that point, it was like everyone in the Yankees and the Mets liked me. Because if they needed a car for their wife, their girlfriend, whatever, to use for the weekend or something, they call me. Now, they asked me, what does it cost? I said, well, let's see what kind of graph you could bring. So they would bring autograph this or that.
Oh my God.
The best one was, like you said, the Mets. The Mets were very close because I lived in Queens. So I became very friendly with Jimmy Plummer, who was the equipment, not the equipment manager, the promotions manager, and Charlie Samuels, which was the clubhouse manager. So anytime they needed a car, Jimmy would give me, let's say they're giving away bobbleheads. He'd give me a couple of cases of bobbleheads. The best was Charlie, since he's in the clubhouse. He would give me a bag, like this, a duffel like a travel bag, and he would say, just go fill it up with whatever you want.
Cool.
Then he would send me to this place called Stitches in Astoria, where the jerseys are actually made. And he would say to the guy, just let him take whatever he wants. It was great. So now all this stuff is in the house, and my wife says, what am I going to do with it? I said, what am I going to do with it? My son doesn't want it because I just became a grandfather.
Yeah, congratulations.
Thank you, 4-month-old. So my son doesn't want it, so I said, you know what, we'll sell it, and whatever money we get, we'll give to the baby. You know, it's expensive to take care of a baby now.
Right.
So I put things in Marketplace, and I couldn't believe how many people buy stuff.
Oh, good.
It's over the last 3 months, I would say 90% of the stuff I had sold.
All right,
And
that's
it's
good.
a lot. It's a lot. But over the years, you meet a lot of people, and that's like, what are they doing today? Like, you're a Met fan, right?
Raised.
What's a Met from the 90s? Anybody? Okay, let's say Vince Coleman.
Oh, I didn't know you meant.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't know you.
He was in the 90s?
Yeah.
Okay.
Vince Coleman was a great ball player. He played with St. Louis.
Right.
He was a good player. He got himself in trouble a bunch of times.
Right.
But you know what he's doing now? He's
What?
probably selling Nissans in Flushing.
Really?
I don't know. What can some of these guys be doing today? They're not all in baseball anymore, unless you have a big name.
And they didn't save their money a lot.
Of course not. There's a lot of them that, went crazy spending money, I mean, same with me. Once I retired last year. So now what do? I'm home. So, besides being busy with this, my wife takes care of this baby. I go to the gym. I do my comedy. I do my shtick. She won't go to the supermarket with me. She won't go to the department store. She won't go any place with me because I talk to everybody. I'll be online in the supermarket, and the guy behind me, I look and says, wow, look at the stuff you got. I'm going home with you. Not the ice cream and the candy and all that. Then I go to a restaurant. Now, not say nothing fancy. Say the pizza places that have the restaurant. You'd be surprised how many people say, when you're walking past them, I say, oh, that looks good. And they'll say to you, you want to taste? I said, yeah, okay. I sit down with him. You have a nice conversation. You have some fun. You have fun. This is what life's all about, and this is what keeps you young and things going. The one good thing about being retired and being 71 is you're legally allowed to be a pervert.
No. No, I disagree with that.
I got a good-looking wife.
Because, yeah, his wife was a Playboy.
She was a Playboy model. She still has the same body look. She was born on Halloween. I think she's a witch because she doesn't age. You know.
Maybe look for a painting in the closet. Getting older, you know.
What does that mean?
Okay, I'm glad you asked. There was a famous book by Oscar Wilde called The Picture of Dorian Gray.
Okay.
You never heard of it? And they made a movie.
I'm uncultured.
Okay, so anyway, so this artist makes a painting of Dorian Gray, and to make the long story short, Dorian Gray wishes, he's like, it's gonna stink that this painting is gonna look young and look good forever, and I'm going to grow old and decrepit. And he said, I would give anything for that not to happen. I would give my soul. Okay. So what happens is the good, innocent Dorian Gray becomes a real scoundrel and a real piece of crap. But he stays looking young, and the painting gets old, and he keeps the painting up in his attic.
Okay.
And the painting is grotesque, and because Dorian Gray turns into, you know, he's a murderer. He's a horrible human being. He turns into a horrible, but he looks great.
Okay.
And it's the painting, and even there's somebody looking to go after him for something he did, and the guy grabs him, and this is like 25 years later, and he says, "That person you're looking for, wouldn't they be older now?" You know, like he talked, and then someone told him, "No, that's Dorian Gray. He never ages." So that's why when he said his wife doesn't age, I said the painting, because Dorian Gray had the portrait.
Okay.
And he hid it. He had to hide it because it got so grotesque. Okay?
Even in my act.
Are you sorry you asked?
No, it's interesting.
Even in my act, I tell people, and they know that she's a Playboy model. And people look at me like, yeah, you're full of shit. I said, come on, man, that was 44 years ago. I was young and cute at one time.
How'd you two meet?
I was going out with her good friend, and her friend went out to the Hamptons for her birthday. I asked her out. She told her friend that I asked her out, and I'm cheating on her, so she broke up with me. And then she, right in.
Oh, wow.
Right in.
Scandalous.
I used to call her Marceau, so you did, because she never really talked. She would whisper like this.
You what? Yeah?
Yeah. But as soon as you put that ring on the finger, you know? It's the whole part of my act. My whole thing I talk about is my wife. I'll tell you something funny. I got to be careful how I say this. 2 weeks ago, I did a show with Greg Lockwood. He's a black comedian. He does the Exit Lounge, which is now gone. But I did his first show with him last year, and then he did his last show with him. So I went to the show, and I was the only white comedian there. And I don't care. I mean, it's fun. So it puts me up on stage, and the first thing it says, "Merry Christmas to everybody." And I look and I say, oh, the token white guy's here. And there was one part of my act that I do, and it worked out really good. What happened was, there's this part that I talk about how my wife could still get her sexy lingerie at Victoria's Secret. Me, tidy whitey, ShopRite, it's aisle 6. But my wife tried to save me some money, so she went to the dollar store to get them. So I go to the bathroom, and there's no slot. The slot's over here. So I think they're misfits. So I'd say to him, you know something? Up to this day, I did think they were misfits. But I went look at my audience, I said, they're not misfits. They're for you guys. You get it?
No.
Jewish.
Oh,
I'm trying to be nice.
Yeah, all right. Going out the well endowed.
There you go. I'm trying to see.
And anyway, I think that's a good segue to say, Arnie, we're going to bring up Antonio Clark. And then you can, Antonio, wherever you are.
Let me move over for Antonio.
And, we'll bring you back.
Okay.
All right? we're back. Antonio Clark, how you doing, man?
Good, good. Great to be here. Thank you.
Oh, thank
you
you.
so much. Yeah. This is great, man. This is really nice. I like this.
Now, I met you in the summertime.
Yes, at the second round of the Long Island Laugh Off.
Long Island Laugh Off.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And you were very good. You made it to the finals.
Yeah, it was a stiff competition. There's a lot of talent on Long Island, so which is great. You know, there's so much competition, and you're trying to keep time in your head of the jokes and everything, make sure you don't go over the time. So it was nerve wracking for me, but it was a good time afterwards.
Yeah, it was nerve wracking for my son was on that show with me.
Yes,
And he made it to the second round, Ryan.
Okay.
He didn't make it to the third, but he's doing good.
Okay, he's all over the place doing stand-up.
He's in the city.
Okay, also he stays out.
He goes to the city like 3 times a week.
Oh,
To
okay.
do shows and also at one club he does the what do they call it? The crier or something. There's when you promote you're outside saying barking.
Yeah, you barking for
He
tickets,
goes and
right?
cries.
I'm in the town
He goes
town
and
crier.
cries and
Yeah,
begs outside.
I'm doing the town crier.
All
Yeah,
barking.
Yeah.
the Russians are coming. Yeah.
Yeah, he cries
The
outside.
British are coming. No, I'm a freaking idiot. But no, he does the barking
Okay.
in one club, and but he likes. In all honesty, the open mics in the city are a lot better.
Okay.
You know, unless you get to do showcases. If you get to do the showcases at the clubs on Long Island, or
I'm gonna argue mine's the best.
what?
I'm gonna argue mine's the best.
Your open
My
mic.
open mic.
But
Right
you have good.
around the block from my house.
You have great people though too.
Well, yeah. So
Because
it's
there
like
are
this
some,
and
you know, I say this and I get in trouble. Some people get mad at me. There are some people that they're not doing comedy. They're doing therapy.
Oh yeah.
They're taking some things that happen to them at home or, you know.
Well, and I haven't written this down, but I'm going to say it to people before we start. We're not doing crowd work. You're not freaking Don Rickles or whatever. You think
that's
you are,
good.
just
Then
stop.
say don't talk
It's
to
not. It's like if it happens in the moment at a show, that's different. What are you going to practice a line? Like, get out of here. You know what I mean? It takes the magic away, and I feel like it's mostly mean-spirited.
But then there's
It's
some
very
people
rare, like, oh, I like your tie, or hey, you look like you make a lot of money. It's always like,
Yeah.
it's never anything nice.
Right. No, you're right. Because I did, when I turned 60, I went to Staten Island, and my family came out. My uncle, who was in his mid-80s, was there, and they put me up last because I brought the most people, right?
Okay.
So one guy comes up, and he says to my uncle, "Oh, sir, what do you do for a living?" And my uncle's like, "Don't bother me, you know, but talking to everybody. I don't want to talk to me. I don't come here for you, you know."
Right.
pretty much.
No, exactly.
And that's it, you know.
Yeah. No.
Do you? And I think now comedy in the clubs and stuff has evolved to the point where the audience knows it's an act. They know you wrote this material, and that's what they really want. They want to come and see what you wrote, you know.
What you came up with, dude.
What you came up, your point of view of life and stuff. That where, you know, in the 80s when they were doing it, it was a lot of people didn't realize. Some people didn't realize it was rehearsed material.
Yeah.
Right? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No.
In the clubs, maybe not on TV, but
Yeah, no, the amount of, like, stand-up comedy, like, we watch in my house, and now is, like, we really don't even watch it. My husband's like, the magic is, like, gone. You see someone practice a joke all over the country. It's like, you used to watch stand-up comedy and be like, oh, they're so funny, and now it's like, that joke is, they've worked that joke.
They worked that joke all around.
Yeah, and it's like, the magic's kind of, like, gone.
Right, because you look at it differently now.
Right.
You look at comedy differently.
It's more of, like, it's more like any other performance, like watching a TV show or something.
Yeah, but there's some people you look forward to them. You know, I love Louis Black.
Okay.
I think Louis Black is hilarious. No matter what, he loves to rant.
Right.
And I love him ranting. You know, there's certain people. Dave Chappelle. Everybody loves Dave Chappelle. He comes out, you know, and you know he's practicing.
Right. I started really liking during the pandemic Roy Wood Jr. I don't know if you guys ever heard of him.
I don't know. I'm gonna have to look him up.
They kind of like staged him to be like a because he got famous during the pandemic.
Okay.
So they kind of like, oh, he's the pandemic comedian. But he does a lot of stuff. He does a lot of stuff on CNN. He's always analyzing and stuff like that. He's a funny guy though. Like, yeah. So I slowly started liking him. Yeah. I remember me and you. I was supposed to be on your show a while back. We did Hopscotch Brewery together with
Yes.
Sean Brown.
Yes.
I couldn't make it to your show. I had the flu, so I couldn't make it to your show.
Yeah, he's like, I think you were on a show together, and I'm like, correct me if I'm wrong. You couldn't make it. Okay, we were on another show together.
We were on Hopscotch. We was at the Hopscotch with Sean Brown, the Mad Funny Comedy.
Yeah, that was a really good show too. Everyone was like in a really good.
It was a really good mood. It was a really good night. They wanted to see comedy.
Yeah.
Right.
No, I remember everyone did well. That was awesome.
Yeah, it was a great night.
When you did the Long Island Laugh Off, I've never done it before. How did they like you? When you get feedback, is it written? Is it like given to you in front of the audience? How does that work? Because I don't think I'd be good at that part.
There's no feedback. There was no feedback.
Oh, okay.
No, it was just a straight competition.
Okay.
The first round, I think you got 7 minutes, and then the second round was like 6 minutes, and the last round, I think, was like round 5 something minutes like that. So it was just, I think to me it was like the order of the numbers and going in and seeing if someone does something similar to your material, and then you got to like rack your brain to say, oh, now I got to do these jokes. I always carry 2 sets of jokes with me, and if I hear something close to mine, I revert to something else.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's good. I'm at the point where I don't care. I think if it's really if somebody is saying something that's very close to what I'm, but usually nobody's doing my type of material. Nobody's doing where.
Yeah, we come close to something like
Yeah.
yours. Okay.
And I make fun of being Sicilian a lot.
Oh, okay.
I do a lot of Sicilian jokes and humor.
Oh, so
And I even there's a character that Mandy knows. I do an Italian character. I put the mustache on.
Okay.
The chef's hat.
The chef hat.
And I do Alfredo Gagootz.
Oh,
Alfredo
okay. The meatball guy.
Yeah. Alfredo Gagootz. I love a Utes. And I have a thing now when I come up and I do 5 jokes to remember, never to forget.
Okay.
And then I forgot.
Okay.
So I look at my apron, I have it written down, and I do. And there's silly, funny things, like, let me think of one. You can't teach an old dog new tricks, but you can teach new tricks to an old prostitute. And then if Annie Potts married Peter Pan and they had a Bambinos, there would be little pots and pans.
Yeah.
Well, that's a good one, right? That's corny.
It's different. It's definitely different.
You were hilarious when I saw it, and I love you. You're just everyone loves Mandy.
Oh,
when
Yeah,
she does
she's
it.
good.
Just
She's good.
the energy you have. You have a different kind of energy.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah, I enjoyed my time up there on the Laugh Off. It was a great night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And my son did really good. I was really proud of him.
Yeah. I seen him. He stepped up. Yeah.
And he wanted to, let his name known on Long Island, and
That's
and
the way
we're
to
gonna
do
a
it.
couple of shows.
Oh, okay.
And I'll let you both know.
Yeah, tell him to
Listen.
come down to Edgewood.
I will if he's around.
Meet some people, because the mics, as much as they're good to practice, it's like a networking thing.
Yes.
That's how
It's
you
on
got
Wednesday,
your
right?
shows.
Yeah, it's how you get to meet
First Wednesday of the
people.
month.
You
All right.
get on shows and you interact, and if somebody gets to hear something of what your material is. Yeah.
Right, and then next time they're looking for someone, they go, oh, who's just practicing new stuff? And
Yeah,
they say your
yeah.
name, and that's how this works.
Yeah.
So, tell them to come down.
I
It's
will.
free.
I will. But
$14 burgers.
I know Wednesdays he does one
Yeah,
of
well,
the
don't go
shows
cry
in
in
the
the
city.
city or
Because-
bark. In the city.
No, wait, he
Half
does a
hours.
show. I think. When does Ivory?
Oh yeah,
Ivory Fields. He's got a
Fields has the Grizzly Pear. I think it's
Tuesday, right? Oh,
Yes.
it's Tuesday. Okay.
Yeah.
So
So he's
he's
out there in the
done
city.
that one too.
Yeah, it's kind of hard, like on a weeknight, to get out to the city for a lot of people in Long Island.
Yeah, I'm an adult.
Yeah.
I got real work. I can't.
Yeah, I
It's
know.
a big commitment after a whole work day.
Yeah, and it's. I wake up at 4:30 in the morning.
Yeah, I don't even know
have
how
to
you're up
work
right
at
now.
6.
Wow.
You what?
I don't even know how you're up right now, I said.
4:30.
What time do you?
No, today I woke up at 6:30.
Oh, all right.
I'm like,
And,
that's the time I'm supposed to be up.
Oh, okay. I wake up. I have to be at work at 6.
I'm supposed to be there at 7:30, but I'm chronically late.
Oh,
But I
okay.
stay late. I'm a
All
salary
right. Yeah,
worker.
you're one
it's
of
all right.
those people. Yeah. I used to be one of those too. If I'm late, I'll make up the time.
And I'm like someone who's like sending emails at like 10 o'clock at night, like scheduled for 8 a.m. So I'm like, I always put my time in.
No, that's cool.
But yeah, no, comedy. What would you ever do the laugh off again? I mean, I've never done it, and I don't think I will ever do it.
Yeah, I'll do it again.
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't. I had fun. I met a lot of people. I met the guy who won, Mike Ellison. I made friends with him. He's a great guy. So I get to chat it up with him from time to time. With so many guys, Mike Tansey, he's a cool guy. Yeah, so I met so many great people, and that was my first time doing it in Suffolk because I live in Suffolk, so that was my first time actually doing it in Suffolk, and it was a lot of fun.
Oh, are you at McGuire's?
Yes.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah,
That's
you
the
could
best
pick-
club out of the...
You could pick which, like the year before, I made it to the second round, but I was in Nassau, and I said, let me try Suffolk out, different comedians
All right,
and stuff.
but now you do the laugh off in McGuire's, but when it gets to the finals, that's
We was in
Levittown,
right. So we was in the Levittown stage in the main room. So it was a good night. It was packed. It's just great because it's a packed house.
Yeah.
And especially if you're gonna make a little tape or something, it's great to have that for auditions and stuff.
All right, but now, okay, they don't give you any feedback, but there's certain, they tell you the criteria that will count for your score.
Yes.
Because also if you bring people, the amount of people you bring, that counts.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure stick with your time.
Yeah,
Right?
I learned that the hard way.
And what
but then
else?
you get in trouble for leaving too much time to eat also, so I feel like
Yeah,
it's
like if you do, I'm a big believer of like if you do under your time, especially if you leave out on a great joke. That should be it. I'm a big believer in leaving on a high note. I think if you stay around too long, like the last person at the party, you're gonna stink up the joint after a while.
That's what we were talking about that earlier.
Right.
That so less is more.
Yeah. Like I feel like even now, I can't bring myself to watch somebody's 45-minute special. I can't. I could watch it in parts. I could watch it in parts. But like 15, 20 minutes, I think, because that's what our mind adapted to. And I don't know what a lot of people are going to do once TikTok is gone. Their mind's going to be shredded. It's gone. Come to the 19th, it's over. So
The people who can do a real hour and keep,
keep
those
your
people-
attention.
and keep your attention.
That's a gift.
That's a gift. People
that's-
that can do an hour.
Yeah, I agree with you. That's a gift. There's very few people that could do an hour and keep you.
I mean, on Long Island, you've got Joey Cola could do an hour,
Mhm.
keep your attention. Bobby Collins.
Yeah, you can do
you
an
know.
hour and keep your attention. Yeah, I like Teddy Smith. Teddy
Oh.
Smith is hilarious.
Teddy's
yeah,
the
he's
best.
a hilarious guy.
Yeah, Teddy could do. He could go. He's those three comedians that we mentioned. Those guys don't make me say, "Oh,
Right.
are they done yet?" Or
Mike Dillon actually, Mike Dillon, Gateway Comedy.
Yeah.
He actually gave me a chance to open for Teddy. That's how I first saw Teddy perform. I was like, this guy's amazing.
Oh,
like,
Teddy's great.
it was like 2020. I think it was like 2019. Something
Oh,
like
cool.
That. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was definitely a good time.
Teddy's great. Teddy's
Yeah.
a lot of fun, and I've seen him like 3 or 4 times this year alone.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and he's in our. He's been on the Gagootz show a few times. He's in our intro.
Oh, nice.
So, yeah.
Oh, okay. I gotta
And he's
check that
coming
out.
back because he has a movie coming out.
Oh, nice. Okay.
The Wild
okay.
Girls. So we have him when the movie premieres. We're gonna have him on.
Nice.
All right. That's cool. I
Yeah.
like that. Yeah.
So anyway, you have a couple of shows coming up.
Yes, I have a show Saturday in Jersey at
Right.
Reds for Meadowlands Comedy Club.
Right. We've got 2 flyers.
And I also have Fear City, a comedy show at Fear City, and that's February
see.
28th. Yeah.
All right. Here's one.
Yeah, that's
right
Fear
here.
City. That's February 28th.
All right. Cool.
Yeah, that's be my first time performing there, so I think that's cool. That's actually happening Saturday.
This one's happening this Saturday.
Yes.
Reds.
Yeah.
And you're a feature on that?
Yes.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so yeah, I like comedy on the road. That's my
You do?
best. I love it on the road. Sometimes it reinvigorates me to come back and do comedy here. So I like going out on the road trying new stuff.
And how about you, Mandy? Do you do anything?
I've been in PA a couple of times here and there. I have a couple connections out there. But I'm primarily on Long Island.
Yeah.
I ventured out into the city here a little bit in the beginning. I did, the bringers and stuff out there, and then but I'm primarily on Long Island. Yeah, and I did Patterson, like upstate New York.
cool.
So
Yeah.
like here and there, but mostly on the island.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's comfortable in Long Island. The parking is great.
Yeah, no, I know. I like to know my spot, I like to know. But every once in a while, every time I've left the island, people are having a blast. Like the one in PA that I've done a couple of times, it's dinner and a show.
Oh, nice.
And people have eaten their food and then they're ready for a show. And I just do well. And I feel like it's just because it's their Saturday night in a small town and this is what they're doing and they've been looking forward to it for 6 weeks or whatever. Like, whereas here, people are like, I guess I'll go to a comedy show. Like, kind of end up, they're talking throughout the, set type of thing. But, it's definitely, like, when you leave Long Island, it's people who aren't used to comedy shows. It's, like, definitely awesome to see.
Yeah, they're better audiences?
I just feel like they're, like, more, like, I don't know, more excited to
More,
be out or
more
something.
in tune. I did a comedy club, not a comedy show at a golf course upstate New York, and like the people was eager, they was happy, and it was just a different vibe, and I liked it. Like just made me fall in love with doing shows on the road and stuff.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, and they just think like, oh, someone from New York came all the way to see us. They feel special too.
Yeah, that's cool.
Because it does. It shows dedication. You just drove however many miles, and you slept overnight, and you ate on the road and all that stuff. Like.
But now, so if you do a show, say, in PA or upstate New York, do you drive back that night or do you stay somewhere else?
Glenn and I, my husband, we've tried to make a weekend out of it. So every time I've had something, we'll just make we'll end up doing something else close by and stay the night and make it a little worth our while.
That's cool.
Yeah.
And how about you?
Sometimes it depends. Like if it's in Jersey, I'll take the ride back. Jersey or Maryland, I'll take the ride back. Depends on like where in PA. Like I did Church of Satire last year, and that was like a 4-hour ride. So I actually stayed. I stayed and went home the next day. Yeah.
But you have to pay for your own.
Years
ago, I remember years ago, sometimes they would have a room to put up comics, or that would be included in your pay.
That's cool.
But that was then.
Or sometime another comic that lived out there will put you up and
That's
stuff like
a cool
that.
thing too,
Yeah. That happened to me a few times in Philly. They will put me up, so that was cool.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah. But you gotta watch the jobs you take, though. Sometimes it's a little risky.
Yeah.
Especially over Instagram. I learned my lesson. Yeah, I took a job off of Instagram, and the guy gave me vague instructions. I met them in a parking lot, and he said, from there, we'll take you to where you gotta go. And I was like, okay, these guys are gonna kill me now. It took me for a ride.
Did you really meet up with them?
Yeah.
No,
I took the train and I met up with them, and we went to this as like a warehouse. And it actually was a comedy show.
Oh my god! But like, I could be taken to the second location right now. Like
on the ride there, I said,
like,
"So,
oh, shit.
you guys know any show tunes? Want to sing a song or something?
Oh my god!
Can I wave at people? No, shut up." I'm like, okay.
Oh my god!
Yeah, so.
Oh man! Well, thank God.
Yeah, I learned my lesson. I came home
here.
in one piece. Yeah, I learned my lesson.
So there was a show.
There was a show. Yeah. It was another comic I actually knew out there from, he was actually signed up for the show too. It was so funny because when they came to pick us up, he's like, yeah, I'm gonna get an Uber. I'm not getting in the car with those people. I said I should have took the Uber.
Anyway, let's bring Arnie back.
Oh.
Arnie, come on back, wherever you are. Unless he left. Come on and join us. We have 10 more minutes.
How are you, my friends?
How's it going?
I actually did a show with Artie a long time ago.
Oh,
we did
yeah?
like 2 shows together.
Yeah, we did a show in Governors.
Governors, and we actually did one at the Gateway.
Arnie, get in a little bit.
Yeah, the Gateway. At the Gateway Comedy Club.
I remember. It's been
It was
so
a long. Yeah, it was a long time ago. It was like in right before the pandemic, with Mike Dillon and
You
Rob.
gotta make sure you're in.
He's gonna open it up.
Okay.
Oh. Do you remember when I did the thing at home with the garage? for the during the pandemic.
I used
Yeah.
to watch you online. Yeah.
I remember that. You did a show in your
That-
garage.
That was by accident, you know, something I was just in the garage, nothing to do. So I took my amplifier, turned it into the street, took a mic, and started doing the thing. Put on FaceTime, Facebook.
Nice.
Yeah, that's
And,
cool.
People just started coming. Then I get a call from Newsday. Would you do it again? Okay. So then comedians were coming from Washington D.C., Baltimore, Virginia.
Really?
Yeah, they were coming from all over. But the biggest problem was I said, you can't go in the house. My wife's not going to let you in the house.
Oh my God.
So,
You gotta drive from Delaware. We gotta use the McDonald's freaking bathroom.
well, you-
Around the block.
yeah, McDonald's is down the block.
Jesus
But it was
Christ.
it was good. People liked it.
See, I did one in my backyard a long time ago. I did two different years. Called it Ben Stock.
Nice.
But
That's
what we
good,
did
huh?
was I got a porta sand because you could get one cheap.
Yeah.
You know, I got the cheapest one you could get, and all the men use that, and the women use
What'd you call it? A Porta Sam?
porta sand.
I never heard
Porta
it called
Sam.
that.
It's
Porta
called-
John or Porta Potty.
Porta potty. Oh, wait. That was the way you go to the bathroom was for the sands.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well,
Okay.
the guys were going with the dog.
You ever seen the
Porta
movie?
potty.
The sand,
All right, porta potty, porta.
You gotta go. You gotta go. You know?
What would you call it? Porta Potty, right?
Yeah, porta potty.
Porta potty.
Okay. Continue.
And I got a couple of shows coming up too.
You never saw the movie Woodstock?
I was there.
You were there? Nancy was there too.
Yes.
And they had the portable bathrooms, and they called them porta sand. Portable sanitary bathrooms.
Yeah.
Porta San. Okay,
It
sanitation.
was terrible.
Yeah, boy. What?
It was nasty. Nasty. Dirty.
Some of them still are, yeah.
Oof.
Some of them are bad.
It was nasty there after a while.
What, at Woodstock?
Yeah.
Well, it rained. It was muddy.
Oh man, it was nasty. I was lucky we
This
got a
before our
bungalow up in
time.
the mountains.
Yeah.
This is way before our time.
But there's a movie. You could see the movie.
The movie, okay.
It was good music.
Okay.
Oh, the music was great.
Yeah.
You couldn't believe it.
Jimi
Mo-
Hendrix, right?
Waking up to Jimi Hendrix first thing on a Monday morning.
Yeah.
Dun, dun, dun.
But what a lot of people don't know is Jimi Hendrix demanded he wanted to be the last act.
Yes.
So when he came on, there was only a few thousand people. People were leaving.
Oh wow.
People were leaving. And they told him Jimmy could go on, and he was like, no, he wanted to be last.
Well, he got paid the most too. But he
Yeah.
thought probably it was going to be the night before. It was supposed to be Friday, Saturday, Sunday, not Monday.
Right. Is that what happened? Yeah.
He went on Monday, but it was nuts. Some of the things. I mean, Carlos Santana on that thing was just. He was so high. That
Right, yeah.
The music was just incredible, and the people. Everyone was nice. You had the Grateful Dead there.
Yeah, they had a problem. Yeah. They were getting electric shocks because they went up after the rain,
Yeah.
and the wiring was. They didn't do a great job with the wiring, so they were getting shocks.
This was teenagers.
They
putting this
weren't
thing
happy
together.
with their performance. But anyway, look, we're putting these two to sleep talking about
Okay.
Woodstock.
I have two shows coming up, same
Yeah.
place, and Broadway comedy, February 24th and March 24th. If anyone does need tickets, I have some free tickets. If anyone
Now,
wants
what
to go.
day are these Saturdays?
They're Mondays.
They're Mondays.
Mondays. The problem is they are in New York City. You know, what the problem is with the tolls and the new thing. I don't even know that if it affects it or not. The new toll thing, the
Congestion.
congestion
Congestion
thing.
pricing.
I don't know. I said, but you know something? I'm retired. Like I heard you guys say, you get up at 4:30 in the
Yeah,
morning.
it does because you're above 60th.
I get up at 11:30, watch Price is Right, shower. You know, that's when you're retired. You
I'm
sleep all
going
day.
into semi-retirement. This is my last full week
Oh,
at my
nice.
job.
Are you
Yes,
really?
yes.
Congratulations.
But I'm not sitting home doing nothing. I have some projects,
Alright.
things I wanted to do that I could never do because I was working.
Mm.
So I've got some and Nancy knows I have.
Well, there's
It's
one
okay.
project I did do. We have the sliding doors in the bedroom.
Right.
So my wife's side never slide right, but I didn't care. It wasn't my side. So after, I don't know, 7, 8, 9 years, now I'm retired.
Man said he
Let me
didn't
look
care
at
it
it.
wasn't his side.
Just
the selfishness on this
It needed
guy.
a wheel. You know, so I take a wheel, put it on for $5. Now it works. But you,
And that's what you did in the 4 years.
7
you
years.
reti-
7 years, the one will.
7 years you
7
retired.
years.
No, you retired 4 years, right?
Right, but he said it's been like that for 7. This poor woman has been dealing
And
with
it was a little wheel.
one little wheel.
I also know I shine the mailbox. Sometimes I get bored. So I get the brass mailbox, take it off, sit in the garage. I made my garage into a man cave. So, because I have I have a 68 Mustang convertible in there.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's a red with the white interior. I love it. It's my baby. But I have that. I have it carpeting. I got a TV, a refrigerator.
See, now somebody's going to inherit that, right?
Yeah.
When you're gone. See,
No,
that's
right.
the great thing about white people. You got great stuff that you get great inheritance. Black people, you just inherit more debt. Like, if I die, somebody's getting my debt. That's all you're getting. You get a nice Mustang. Your son's getting a Mustang or grandson's getting a Mustang. Somebody's getting my Visa bill from like 2007.
We go to the supermarket every week. It's 2 of us. And it's $200 a week. I said, what are you spending money on?
Eggs. Have you seen
I
the
can't
price of
believe
eggs?
how expensive this is. I don't look. I went to ShopRite myself today. I got 2 boxes, one of Devil Dogs, one of Yankee Doodles, 2 bags of pretzels,
No, else don't look,
Tootsie
shoplifters.
Rolls, 2 Cokes, and some roast beef for lunch.
Okay.
$46.
Yeah.
That was all garbage.
The garbage is the most expensive stuff.
Yeah.
Everything's expensive.
It's-
Everything.
Especially when you go to the doctor, that garbage shows up, and then now you're on
Yeah,
new
they're really
medication.
expensive.
Yeah, it's real. Just trying to keep you alive, and the garbage is the stuff that's killing us.
We went out for New Year's Eve in Farmingdale, a restaurant. Chicken parm, $26. And they didn't give you pasta even, just a piece of chicken.
Wow.
Everything. You can't go. You gotta stay home. Wife, you gotta cook. But she does. She just enjoys it. But she's a vegetarian, so she doesn't cook meat.
Oh, really? Yeah.
She won't
Wow,
make
how
meat.
does that
'cause she
work?
can't. She don't like the smell. I have to barbecue.
How long has she been a vegetarian?
As long as chickens have been around.
Jeez, my whole life.
It's a
Wow.
long time. Long time.
What came first, the honey or the egg?
She gets grossed out if I have chicken.
Yeah,
Then
chicken
you know,
and-
like, and I break the leg. She says,
All right, that
"Hey,
was
you're
a
breaking the
dumb joke.
bones of this chicken."
Wow.
But no, she cooks. She made Christmas dinner. She made Hanukkah dinner. She did it good.
My wife made a beautiful Christmas dinner.
Good.
Oh, no, wait, I cooked Christmas dinner
And she
this year.
called Uncle Giuseppe.
Usually Nancy does. I made lasagna.
You didn't catch it. She called Uncle Giuseppe's to bring it in.
Oh, yeah?
They have some great salmon. So she does a great telephone call.
It's a great telephone call.
And Uncle Giuseppe's made it and brought it over.
Thank God for DoorDash and Amazon, you know. Everything. I wanted to get a wire for the phone, 10 o'clock at night. I said, I need this. So I go on Amazon at 10 o'clock at night. At 8 o'clock in the morning, it's in the house already. I mean, this is incredible. I mean, you and I go back a long time. You think about all the things that they're doing today. That, you know, it's putting businesses out of business. Because why should I go to I wasn't even up yet. I went to go to the store. And then even the supermarket, they have that they bring the food to you now.
Instacart and
Instacart, that's the one.
Anyway, we're
Amazon Fresh.
going down to the end of the show here. So, what you promoted your 2, you've got 2 shows
Yes, sir.
coming up. How can people find you guys?
They can find me on Instagram, Antonio Clark Comedy. Right on Instagram. I'm there all the time. I'm going nowhere.
You can find me Instagram, also Arnie Price. You could go to YouTube, Arnie Price Comedian, Facebook, Arnie Price. You can find me any place. I'm all over the place.
All right. And Mandy, I don't think we showed we just showed your podcast. You have 2 shows coming up.
Yeah, I also have, that's the right one, on Friday, February 14th, which is Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
I'll be with Terry McNeely's Laughs in the Giggle Room.
Okay.
Governors, Levittown. Get your tickets at gubs.com. Good lineup over there, so that'll be a fun night. Bring a date or don't. I don't know. That'll be fun. But it'll be fun.
We got to make sure Nancy's getting better. I
Yeah.
told her if she needs any help.
And there's one more show that right?
No, I said just the 3
Oh,
things
that was
were good.
you just sent me
The
the 2.
open mic on
Oh yeah, the 2
5th.
open mic. Yeah. Okay, so
And
just,
then we got the podcast and the show on Valentine's
Yeah.
Day. That's it.
all right, cool. And your podcast they can get on Facebook Live, right?
Yeah, or YouTube, hashtag the Surface Chat. The
Nice.
Surface Chat. That's
All
all.
right, cool.
Well,
Thanks.
it's been fun.
Best of luck with that too.
Yeah,
Best of luck
thanks.
with your new podcast.
Appreciate it.
It's been fun, to get to see all you guys again, talking to each other. It's like a whole new family.
Thank you all for watching. I wish you all a great, happy New Year. And thank you. What?
Just can't hardly so much.